Hey guys, welcome back. If you haven't been here before, welcome. So sorry I look a little bit of a mess, but I currently just jumped out of the shower. And I'm filming now because I was just in the shower kind of like thinking over my day, like my week, my last 2 weeks. And then I realized I hadn't filmed I had filmed, but I hadn't posted anything. Not that anyone cares, obviously a whole lot, but more than anything, this is for me and kind of like a journal for myself, just to kind of keep myself aware of where I'm at, where I'm coming from, what my headspace is at, those things. So I've definitely been like doing a lot of notes and like not journaling necessarily, but trying to like take things like my brain might manifest or something like that and just get it on paper. Things obviously that are motivating. Some things have been kind of just realizations too. But just kind of walk you through, like I kind of touched on my last video, just kind of making a set of goals and whatnot. And that's kind of where I've been at, just kind of like figuring out what those goals need to look like for me, what's going to be realistic for me and myself and all that. It's not as easy as I've wanted it to be. And it's not as like A, B, and C as I really kind of dreamt. But one of like the biggest, I recently really got back into my podcast and like really listening to those just to kind of keep my brain going constantly. It's like a muscle and I continue to want to work it. It's probably one of my weaker muscles, to be honest with you. So I definitely keep, especially toward like academics and like education, I just kind of like keeping it on the same plane. So I've really tried to been listening to some motivational podcasts, some educational stuff that maybe I'm not ever necessarily been interested in, but it seems to kind of surround me. So I'm kind of like going for it and seeing what's there. But anyway, I've been listening to one podcast. Her name is JB Abbott, and she's a fitness motivated. She's got a whole career, podcast, and everything kind of going on. And she kind of like has these like little like 8 minute to 10 minute podcasts, and then she has like the other longer ones where it might be an interview or it might just be something she has a little bit more to say on. But I've listened to her today, and she had like. Jamie Chung on, who is an actress known for like soap operas to TV like shows like Gifted, and she was also in Sucker Punch, and she started in reality TV and like the real world, and they were just kind of going through like her start in Hollywood and a little bit of her obstacles, especially coming from reality TV. And one thing that really stuck out to me is sometimes you're your own hurdle, and that's me. It hit me hard in the gut right there because that is like right on the thing. I think that I get in my own way because it might be harder to push myself, or it might be easier to snooze for 15 minutes. But in actuality, the goal requires that I don't do those things or that I do those things, if that makes sense. And self-motivation, I think, is something I've always really struggled with. So that's really where I've been working and keeping consistent. Like, I think doing something for 2 to 3 weeks to a month is pretty standard and easy. Even 3 months. Usually I fall off at that point. Keeping something going for like a steady year is usually a little difficult for me. So I'm trying to just like keep that in mind. Like sometimes your own hurdle, and really feel off of that and go off of that and like tell myself yes. And kind of not even let that little voice of negativity even like have a chance. Because I am my own biggest hurdle when I really think about it, because I just talk myself out of things, or it's too hard to try, or I settle for the way out, instead of like getting more aggressive with it and figuring out another way in. So that's kind of where I'm at with like my challenges and whatnot, for myself, and where I'm at for myself. These last few weeks have been really good. I'm just, like I said, hoping to keep it up. That's like always my biggest struggle. And I look forward to you guys' encouragement, obviously. But most of all, like this is just for me and my future, and just to keep this going. Like I feel like this is a starting point, so this should only like keep building from here and not slow down. So anyway, here's keeping it real and trying to stay sane. Alright, talk to you later, guys.